Welcome to Serving Up MyPlate, a yummy curriculum for 5th graders. Throughout this lesson, students will have the chance to answer questions, work in groups, and do hands-on activities about nutrition and physical activity. Be sure to pause the video when prompted on the screen to allow enough time for students to answer questions or complete activities before moving on. Let's get started. Third course, Decisions. In this course, students will develop the skills needed to compare and evaluate foods and beverages in order to make healthful choices. Last lesson, students worked in groups to create ideas for spreading health information to the public through a variety of methods. Today, we'll be doing a short activity followed by several class discussion questions. Activity time, food assumptions. On the screen are 4 food packages labeled from A to D. For this activity, students will need to work in pairs and make guesses as to what you believe is in each of these packages. When you have your answers, write them down on a piece of paper. Please begin. In this activity, we ask each of you to make a guess as to what you believe is in the food packages. In this scenario, pretend the cereal box contained sugar cubes, the soda can contained paper clips, the can of tuna contained peanuts, and the box of rice did end up containing rice. Many of you may have had different answers to this, probably based on assumptions or quick guesses based on the information that we all received from the packaging. The purpose of this activity was to demonstrate that sometimes our assumptions are not always correct. We assume certain foods have certain ingredients or health values, when in reality, they may not be what we really think they are, or how they're advertised to us. Discussion time. How do you decide what to eat? What factors do you consider when selecting foods? Discuss as a class your answers. In general, people choose foods that they enjoy eating based on taste, smell, texture, and appearance. The more attractive or tasty a food is, the more likely it is to be selected. But how do you know what is in the foods you eat? And why is it important to know what's in our food? Discuss your answers as a class. It's important to know a food's ingredients so that we can make healthier decisions. The nutrition facts label and ingredients list on packaged food items provide information about the food's content and nutrients. There are also some foods with hidden ingredients which we should eat less often or in smaller amounts. Can you think of any of these foods that we should eat only sometimes? Why should we watch how much of these foods we eat? Discuss your answers as a class. Health experts recommend we eat foods that are lower in solid fats, added sugars, and sodium or salt. Why is eating too many foods with lots of solid fats, added sugar, and sodium or salt not good for our bodies? Discuss your answers as a class. Filling up on these foods means we are probably not getting enough of the other healthier food choices in the MyPlate 5 food groups. Getting foods from all 5 food groups helps us grow, learn, play, and be healthy. Eating too many foods high in solid fats and added sugars can make it harder to stay at a healthy weight. And too much sodium or solid fats can also be bad for our hearts. Foods high in sugar can also lead to cavities and tooth decay. When deciding what food you should be eating, Keep these facts in mind in order to make the healthiest food choices for your body. Thank you for joining us for today's lesson. See you next time.